what do you, in your decision of choosing a medical aid plan, what are some of the decisions that you two need to talk about? Is it how much MSA do I need? Is it how much hospital cover do I need? Is it day-to-day? How do you go about, deciding what plan makes the most sense?
Is it even, do you have medical aid before I fall in love with you?
We do.
Oh, I'm saying, did you,
ask him.
Yeah, before we conclude this date, are you covered?
No, so not at that point, but certainly before having a baby. I mean, that is just, non-negotiable. I think for us, the biggest concern and the thing we always talk about is like the hospital cover, the emergency cover. That's the non-negotiable. Right. And I think a lot of that is covered. So even, for example, on ProfMed, the sort of the entry level product will have that comprehensive hospitalization, like you're in an accident or something goes wrong, you go to the hospital and you are covered, you are sorted. So I think that for us was a massive consideration. For us, the medical savings account wasn't a huge one. It's something that it's a nice to have, it's there, but we do know that mostly day-to-day things and sort of out-of-hospital expenses, we would need to cover. So we're kind of in that space now. We're very fortunate, touch wood, we don't have chronic conditions and those sorts of things. So for us, we've really focused on getting the most comprehensive hospital cover. That makes sure that my husband, myself, and my daughter, should we need anything there, because that's where the bills rack up, hey guys, like specialists and emergencies and trauma and casualty and all of that. Some of those bills, I mean, an ICU bill can be R1 million a day.
That's insane.
So so that's sort of the space that can really make or break your long-term life. Where do you go to from there if you've got those bills to cover? So that was really part of our decision making, and then to make sure that from day one, when Peyton was born, she was covered and on our medical aid, because I also had kind of not a complicated pregnancy, just Peyton was very small. And so the likelihood that she would have needed to go to NICU straight from birth was quite high. And thank goodness she didn't have to. So she was very strong and her lungs were great and everything. But for me, that was definitely like calls to double check, like, okay, how do we go about it? And then,